Christian basketball team. Well, what do you think, Maury?
Well, Marv, I think we just saw history in the making.
Well, I'll tell you what, this was a tremendous ball game for Pella Christian. They had 40 points at the half. They led 40-23. They came back in the second half and scored 60 points while allowing Creston only 30 points. What a tremendous ball game as the final game on the way to the state tournament. The fans are delirious out there, out on the floor cheering. And now we have a stepladder coming out. I don't know whether this is to get the net or not, but hopefully it will be. Rolls of toilet paper being thrown out on the floor as the stepladder is brought to the basket, and we're going to see the PC boys get up there and take that net down. Creston fans are slowly walking out of the gym, somewhat dejected. I'm sure they feel that way after they had a good team with a 19-2 record, and they came down here tonight and really got shown what this game is all about by these Pella Christian Eagles. Just a tremendous effort by every one of the Eagles that played tonight. Subs came in. Chad Dielman came in, scored 3 straight buckets. Brad Wienia came in and did an excellent job. DeBryan scores 3. Jensen scores. The subs just came in and did a tremendous job. But you have to give the praise to the starters who built this tremendous lead. Public address announcer just tells us that the Pella Christian fans will have a reception at the gym tonight in honor of this boys basketball team who just made it to the state tournament, as I think for the first time in school's history. Isn't that right, Maury?
I think you're right, Marv.
We've been there before with baseball and with softball, and girls basketball, but as I think back, I think this is the first time we've ever had a boys basketball team go to the state tournament. And now I guess we feel, Maury, that if they play what they're capable of doing, they've got a chance of going all the way and winning a big trophy. What do you think?
You know, I think, Marv, if they can put it together in the games to come like they did tonight, they've got the capability of going all the way, and there's no doubt about that.
Well, the PC fans are mobbing around the basket. We've got the stepladder there. And we've got Woody Klyn getting ready to mount that ladder. He's taking that scissors from one of the assistant coaches. And there he goes, number 20, Woody Klyn, and he gets to take the first snip at that net. And listen to the crowd cheer as Woody gets up there and uses that dull scissors to try and cut through that first cord. I believe Woody is one of the co-captains this year. And so Woody, and now we've got number 52 going up there, Mark Van Gorp, to cut the second cord on that net. And I believe Mark is the other co-captain this year.
I'll tell you, Marv, I had Mark Van Gorp and Kevin Rosa and Troy Vandermolen in speech class 7th period today, and you know, you didn't want to talk about it too much, and you can tell that those guys were preoccupied with the game tonight, but we did some fun things in class to kind of try to get their minds off the game, and they really, all 3 of those guys had a great game tonight. Kevin, for the time he was in.
Well, you know, they came out here tonight, and there should be a lot of pressure with this kind of a game and this kind of a crowd. But I'll tell you what, they played one of the best floor games tonight that they've played all season. We had a few turnovers, but not that many. We really handled the ball tonight.
You know, and Eric Pothoven quietly came in today with a couple tapes, and he says, hey, would you mind taping a couple of the games from tournaments? I think I'd kind of like to look at those again sometime. So it was pretty calm today, too. You know what?
Well, you have to give Eric a lot of credit. He's being just a sophomore, and he shows a lot of poise out there. He gets the ball down the floor for us. And in fact, you got to give all 6 or 7 of those guys that start out and come in a lot of credit because they really do a tremendous job. We got Chad Dealman up there now cutting his piece on the net. Chad came in and did a good job tonight to spell Gietings and Van Gorp.
I was just going to say that, Marv. Didn't that young man do a fine job?
And you have to remember he's just a sophomore, and so is Eric Pothoven. But Eric's been playing with, with these boys a long time, and Chad just started playing with them a little bit here the last couple of weeks, and I think he's come in and really helped them out when they needed some help. Now we've got another senior up there, Eric Eekhoff, cutting his part of the net down.
You know, Greg's brother came home from college this weekend, and he stayed home today just to see this game, and I'll tell you, I bet he'll never regret that, that he stayed around missing a couple classes today, and he's going to have the most joyful ride back up to Northwest Iowa tonight you can imagine.
I imagine that there's quite a few radios on tonight, too, and there we've got DeBryan up there cutting the net, and he's the young man that scored that long three-pointer right at the end to give us 100 points in this ball game. And Jason Rosenbaum climbs the ladder as he does his part in cutting this net down. Who else do we have left here, Maury?
Well, I think we've got Darrell. Who can forget Darrell?
Well, Darrell got his name in the scorebook tonight because he laid a pretty good block on one of those guys going in for a shot. He kept him from scoring.
Are they going to let Mr. Nickel go up there and get that?
Well, I hope so. I hope they don't try and hold him like they did with Mr. Niebuhr a couple weeks ago, because I'm not sure there's enough guys out there strong enough to hold him. What do you think?
Fire. I'll tell you, that's why they got the ladder out tonight, because they knew Nickel was going to be going up there. They just knew that. I saw that ladder setting around the corner before the game, and I knew they got that out there for Nickel.
And there he goes, Coach Nickel going up there right through the ring, and is he happy tonight? First trip ever to the state tournament with the boys basketball team. And we sure congratulate Jerry for hanging in there with this bunch of guys and really letting them show us this year what a tremendous team they are and what a tremendous season we've enjoyed up to this point. And I guess, Maury, we're looking forward to what, 3 more games?
That's right.
And he's got the net, and he put it around his neck just like Mr. Niebuhr did last week. And we've got 2 Pella Christian teams in the state tournament this year. And that's the first time in the history of the school, and there's not very many schools that can lay claim to that fact.
Well, Marv, it's just been a great year and a great season of basketball for both the boys and the girls, and we're looking forward to a couple of weeks of real excitement here.
Think you're going to get anything done in the classroom in the next 2 weeks?
Well, Marv, we're going to try. I know sometimes it may seem like we're just going through the motions, but, you know, actually, this might be a pretty good time to teach the kids some things.
You're probably right on that, Maury.
One thing about it, they're not going to want to miss school these next couple days.
No, that's for sure, because they want to be around where the excitement is.
That's right. Well, Marv, thanks a lot for doing the play-by-play tonight. We couldn't pick up the radio because we're too far from Pella. So thanks a lot, Marv, and maybe you'll want to pick this up as a sideline career. Who knows? I think it'd go pretty good with selling insurance.
Well, thanks a lot, Maury. I enjoyed doing it, and I hope it didn't sound too far out of line tonight for the first time, but it was a lot of fun. Thanks again.
Thank you. And we're going to head on over there to the radio guys. I think they're probably going to be interviewing Mr. Nickel and probably a couple of players. You betcha, they're up there right now.
No question about it. Everybody played good tonight. Everybody was working well as a team, and everybody was hitting their shots, and it was just a great victory.
All right, let's move somebody else in here. Gietings up there. I tell you what, Brent, it seemed like the official was behind you pointing at you all night, but still has to feel pretty good.
Yeah, I'd have to say it feels pretty good. First team in all school history to go to state.
Best game of the year for your team?
Yeah, I think so.
All righty, congratulations. Brent Gietings, senior forward. By Troy Vandermolen. 24 points tonight, Troy, a career high scoring.
I think I had 25 against Delast, but otherwise, I don't think I've had a total game like this in my life.
Certainly the shooting touch was on tonight. Didn't think you were going to miss it all tonight. Did you just feel it tonight? You kept shooting, kept bumping them in?
Well, once I get the first few down, I feel a lot more comfortable, and when I got those first few to fall, I just thought I could keep shooting. Thank goodness it went in.
Congratulations, Troy Vandermolen. Game high 24 tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Get somebody else over here. Woody.
40. They need you.
go, career scoring leader.
Woody Klyn, 48-point win tonight. You and Mark Van Gorp got off to a fantastic start.
Thank you.
Did you know you had something you had to do?
Oh, we knew we had to come out on fire. We knew they were good, but we just came out and played as hard as we could. We just played so hard. That's all I can say.
Brian Klyn, senior forward with a big ball game tonight. Brian didn't even get a total help yet. 16 points, didn't miss from the free throw line. You guys shot some great free throws tonight in the pressure ball game.
In big games, you need free throw shooting. Of course, you know, we shoot, I don't know how many a day in practice, probably about 30 or 35, and it paid off tonight.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Woody Klyn with the victory. Now he's got the net around his neck. Let's go, guys. We're Mark Van Gorp in here. Mark, fantastic first half. Really picked up the scoring and dominated the boards. What was the secret for the rebounding tonight for you guys?
Everything fell in place. We were so pumped up. We knew this was our game, and all we had to do was play it.
Officials were letting you up ball game, but they were allowing some contact. Did you sense that early? That you were able to get away with a little bit?
I could sense you could push and be aggressive, but you still couldn't do what, you couldn't go over people's back or what you usually can't do.
Big first half for you, Mark, 16 points. We had you for 20 points overall in the ball game. How does it feel?
It's like a dream come true. It's like something we always knew would happen. We just had to wait for the day.
A dream come true indeed. Congratulations to Mark Van Gorp, 20 points tonight for the Pella Christian Eagles. Come on down here, Steve. Steve DeBryan with a three-pointer shot from over by Sandyville. Must have been about 25 feet out. Did you know it was going in?
Oh, not really. Everybody just yelling shoot it for the 100 mark, so I just took a shot at it and got lucky it went in.
On a night like this, you had to think it must have been going in.
Oh, yeah, everything went great tonight. It was just funner than ever.
Congratulations, Steve. Big win. Steve DeBryan. Get Brad Weenia over here. Brad, good ball game off the bench.
Thanks.
Did some great things out there.
Thanks. I just went out and worked hard, and I knew that we had to play tough to win the game, and we wanted to go to state bad, so we just all went out and worked as hard as we could.
We had you for 8 points tonight as a team. Best ball game of the year, do you think?
Yeah, we really had it going tonight. We just were working so hard that everything just was going our way. All the loose balls were ours, and everything went right tonight.
Congratulations, Brad.
Thanks.
Good one for you. Get some more guys in here. Chad Dealman, the sophomore, played a fantastic ball game. Chad, I don't know how many rebounds you had. We had you for 8 or 9 in the ball game. What were you doing tonight to get so many rebounds?
I don't know. I was just trying to block out and work as hard as I could on D and not worry so much about offense, but that's about all.
Third quarter, I think you had 6 points in a row that really got things going in the third quarter when you actually put Preston away and got rid of any doubt in the ball game. Were you happy to score as many points tonight as you did?
Yeah, I was. I was very happy.
Congratulations on a great game, Chad, the sophomore, Chad Dealman.
Thank you.
And let's bring some other fellas down here. Greg Ecoff, some more great minutes off the bench, Greg. When the reserves have come in the tournaments, I don't think the Eagles have lost a step. You guys have either kept the score about the same or added some points. What do you think about when you're on the bench?
Well, we just try and cheer the other guys on and hope we can get in, just work as hard as we can.
Well, congratulations on a fantastic victory, Greg. Did we have you for a bucket tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
You sure did. 2 points on the night, Greg.
Thank you.
Congratulations, buddy. Kevin Rosa came in and he was hustling, as always, all over the court tonight for the Eagles. Ask you the same thing I asked Greg a little bit. You reserved when you come in, you seem to always add points to the lead. That's not supposed to happen, is it?
Hey, we love to play the game, too. I can't hardly talk because I yell, and I lost my voice like every game, but all I can say is I want to thank the starters and all the fans out there for supporting us so well. Go Eagles.
All righty. Well, he interviews like a starter, doesn't he?
That's right. There we go.
Daryl Veenstra, always a crowd favorite, and no exception tonight. Another great game by your reserve.
Well, we come out here, we want to play, and when we get the chance, we take advantage of it because we're in practice. We work hard like the rest, and we just want to show them that we can play too, and it's not just the starters.
A fantastic game, Daryl, and let's hope we have a lot more, right?
Yeah.
Jason Rosenboom got some PT tonight. Jason, the reserves did a fantastic job. Did you have some fun out there?
Yeah, it's a good time out there. We don't get a lot of playing time, but it's fun to be with a good team like this, even if you don't play a whole lot.
Well, you get a lot of quality playing time when you guys get in there.
You bet.
Did you get a bucket tonight?
I don't think I had any tonight.
I don't think you did either, but
He's going to wait for the state tournament to score his.
We'll get you a few down in vets, all right? Jason Rosenboom for the Pella Christian Eagles. And finally, certainly last but not least, Kyle Jansen, who comes in. And boy, you've been playing some great point guard in the tournament.
Thank you. It's not, I mean, when you play with a team like our starters every day, you gotta be good. You gotta learn to play with them.
Got to be good or you won't play. It's probably right. 2 points in the ball game tonight for you, Kyle. Going into the state tournament, did you guys ever think you were going to win by this many points?
Oh, no, I was guessing at school 10, 15 points, but this is great. This is great.
Congratulations, Kyle. Great game tonight.
Thank you.
I think that's the 1990 Pella Christian Eagles board.
I don't know if anybody got lost in the woodwork or not, but I think we talked to everybody up here.
We have any more players? They missed out, but I think that was all. We need to get Nick up there. I think one of the newspaper fellows has him right now. A fantastic victory in the sub-state ball game
finally,
tonight.
buddy. 16-year wait, but here we are.
It's well worth it. I'll say it's worth every second of it. It was a wonder. I can't believe how easy it was. I can't believe how hard these kids played, and that's the finest ball we've played all year. We've certainly practiced like that many times this year, but they just put her together at the right time. And to do that in this quality of a ball game with this kind of a crowd, going against a number 8 team in the state that's only got 2 losses, coming out of a tough conference. I tell you, I just don't know what to say other than the kids just absolutely wanted it that bad.
As you say, Coach, with the caliber of play and everybody, I'll tell you, Mark McGorp had 16 points the first half, and Vandermolen comes back and gets 20 the second half, and just phenomenal. It took over the inside game, and then the second half took care of the outside game too.
Oh yeah, there's so many people, like Mark. What a tremendous start for us, and we told the kids on Saturday we thought we could go inside and go around these people. I said, a lot of times you tell your big guys don't put the ball on the floor, but in all our scouting of this team, we felt we should put the ball on the floor inside and go to the hole. And Mark started doing that right from the start, and he just, everything was there. And if he missed, he got his own putback to go in. And they're screaming, yelling over the back, but hey, we're playing ball, and maybe if we'd had the officials we had Thursday night, maybe things been different. But boy, I tell you what, these fellas, they let the teams on the court decide the winner of the game, and I really appreciate that when they come out and let us play and do the things that you coach so hard all year long. And Mark, the great start. Woody, just Mr. Steady, he just does his thing all the time. Pothoven with bringing the ball down, getting him set up a few times. Vandermolen, fantastic shooting in the second half. He really felt it. Steve DeBrine, the three-pointer at the end. I mean, he was sitting on the bench here with us when he let fly, but you knew it was in. You just knew that was going to go in. You just had that feeling, Kyle Jensen, a little out of his range on getting the 97th point just before that. I can't forget Chad Dealman because what a superb job. And he did not play like a sophomore that's only played with us 2 or 3 times. He played like a seasoned veteran out there, got great putbacks. And no discredit to Creston, but at that point in the game, they absolutely, they had thrown in the towel. They quit. Coach gets a couple technical fouls, which doesn't aid him. Both times he got it when they had possession of the ball. And, of course, Eric drains all the free throws. We go 18 for 21 from the free throw line. We scored 39 field goals. We scored 41 field goals last Monday night. We scored 40 field goals against Johnston. And you got to think that Johnston, Davis County, and Creston are 3 teams that we have not seen. And I would so much rather play people we haven't seen than to play a Pella or a Sheraton because, they're more familiar with us. And I feel very, very confident about playing against people that have not seen us play. I really feel great about that. But to believe on the way down that we would have this kind of a score, I couldn't believe it. I leaned over once and I said, my goodness, we got the score doubled at 74-37. And they said, no, it's more than that now. We just made another free throw. So, and I can't forget Brent Giddings either. I didn't mention his name. He did a superb job in there, too. And Brad Wienia off the bench, another fine job. Right now we're playing with those as our top 7, and then we go to Ekoff and Jensen after that. But
everybody was in this thing. These kids have been talking about this, some of them say since 6th grade. I think they were all 7th graders in '84 when we got to the sub-state. I don't know, what's the other year we went to sub-state against Washington over in Oski? Were they in high school then? Were they freshmen? Was Woody on the team as a freshman that year? I don't even really know, but I think he was. But it's a dream, man, it's a dream. But I think getting the girls softball team there was a big plus for us last summer. And we went kind of in the same style. One of the softball parents grabbed me out there and I said, this is almost like that 8-3 win over Durant last summer. Where 8-3 in softball is a big score to blow somebody away, and 100-53 is probably even bigger yet.
Well, I'll tell you, Coach, we got a fine senior class. The girls and guys going to the state tournament in the same year. You can't say enough about the senior leadership. That's what you got to have, and they accepted Eric Pothoven as a player right from the start. And I'll tell you, the chemistry of the team is just right. No difficulties all year long. And it's almost like it's meant to be. That's just the way it is.
I just talked to a newspaper reporter, and I said, you wouldn't realize what it is every day in practice to coach this group of young men. I said, there's never a bad word said. There's never a skirmish on the floor. They never go at each other. There never is elbow thrown or anything like that. It's a coach's dream. I don't know where you could coach and have any more fun than what we do in our system. And as far as I'm concerned, it's a fine system. Coach Manzan, you had a 1-loss season. We got great freshman talent coming. We had a 3-loss season with sophomores playing without Pothoven. And as I told the kids in the pep assembly a week ago on Monday, I said, we got to get there, because I think if we get there, it's just the beginning of a long, long strain of things that are going to happen for us. And I really feel confident about that. We've got some great kids in the program right now.
As we look at the state tournament, Jerry, if Washington and Western Christian both advance to the tournament as we expect, how do you think the three will shake down? Gord went through the points, and if all his math is correct, you'd be seated third, and that wouldn't be so bad.
No, we'll, if Western and Washington both won, Washington will be seated number 1, Western will be seated number 2, and we'll be seated number 3. Nobody else can outpoint us for the 3rd spot. So that'll give us a 3 seed. We'll have to play the number 6. I don't know who that would be. I would tend to think that might be the winner of the Waukee-Nevada game tonight, or it might be the winner of the Independence, whoever they're playing up in the northeast part of the state. Cresco. I think those were the 2 bottom ones. Well, no, it could be Regis Anamosa also. I'd say one of those 3. But I'm not so sure that either Western or Washington won tonight. I got a little suspicion they both lost, and we're going to go in as the number 1 seed. and that'd be all right.
Things are going well. Why not expect the best?
Well,
right?
I tell you what, I really have a gut feeling about that, so for various reasons. But I wouldn't mind going in, but I'll take any seed we got. We're there. We are absolutely there. For the first time ever in the history of the school, we are there.
Well, man, a few words when it comes to going to the state tournament. Jerry Nickel. And Jerry's wearing the net.
I got to thank all the fans. I tell you what, to have those people come down here at the time they came down tonight, and to absolutely do all their chants, and this one's for them as well as anybody else. And superb support. I cannot absolutely believe the support. And I don't know where else you could coach and get this kind of support either. I really don't. And we just praise God for it, because it was a fantastic win. Thank you much.
Jerry Nickel, head basketball coach for the Pella Christian Boys. Up on the board for a while, so we'll see if, in fact, that was the official score. Might have lost a point there somewhere, Gord, but at any rate, a big win.
There's no doubt about it. Like Jerry Nickel said, it's the biggest win in the school history as far as the guys are concerned, and all the kids' dream, coach's dream, of course, is to play in the state tournament, and now we have to see what we can do up there. And you don't want to forget that either. You don't just want to appear, but you want to play well when you do get there, and I'm sure that that will be the goal, too. These kids won't be satisfied with the situation just getting there. They want to play 3 more games, as the chant went tonight.
That's right, and this is a team, a lot of teams, when they go to state, that is it. That's the goal. That's the dream. And, of course, this is a goal and a dream, but this is also a team that's good enough to go there and think about winning it all. Some teams can go there and they really can't think about winning it all. They might, it might be a focus.
What's the final score, guys? 100 and something. What was the score last Monday night? 102. What's this Monday night? When can we play on Monday again? Hurry up, Perry! Don't quote me on that.
Todd. How about that? You feel a little better now than when we spoke earlier tonight?
My nerves straightened off.
Yeah, right. Hey, Candy left Dick.
Not very much. A few of them left. Throw those up here when the team comes in. This is very exciting. We've been wanting to do a long time to get our boys to state, and we've come so close, so often, and I'm not sure how many times, but I'm sure Mr. Nickel does. And, we also got to keep our guys in shape, let them give plenty of sleep delivery for the next game, which I'm not sure when it is yet, but we got a Tuesday night, 8:15 or 8:30. Okay, I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank some people that have been involved as far as getting us this far. And first of all, the team. You know, you've been terrific. It's been just great. Also, Mr. Nickel, managers, stat keepers, our cheerleaders, they work hard. And then, I think one of the most important ones are you folks, the fans. I'd also like to thank the radio station for the job they have done during our games. They had some problems tonight, I understand. If anyone else that should be thanked, I'm sorry if I forgot you because I can't think of everybody, but you know, this all came about, I guess it started last year and I wore this hat to ball games. Mr. Nicholas was making fun of me. And one night, him and the buyers were together, or Mel Buyer, I guess, and they said, we got something planned for you. And then I found out later on what it was. They got some hot balls for me, and they said, you gotta go out there and act like a fool. Continue to do it until we get to the end of the last game of the game. I'd also like to thank the Russ brothers from Casey's for donating the hot balls that they thrown out too. At this time, I'd like to ask the team captains, Klyn and Bruxvoort, please.
Well, I think everything's been said. Everybody feels the same. I know I feel pretty good. I want to thank everyone, the team. We had so much fun in the locker room. Everywhere. Thank my family, not for their coaching critique, but just for being there and for wanting to win just as bad as I did.
First
of all, I'd like to thank all the support you guys gave us throughout the tournaments. It was great. I want to thank these guys right here, the coaches, man. They're pushing all year. I want to thank my mom and dad and my brothers for standing by me through all these years of hard practice. That's all I can say.
Are there any other players that would like to say anything? I'm not going to ask each one to come up. Coach says something on the line.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say thanks a lot to the fans because you weren't only loud tonight, you were good fans, and it was good to hear you yelling behind us. And I'd really like to thank the coach also for helping us out.
Well, first, I'd like to thank God, and second, my parents. All the fans. Thanks a lot for being loud.
I kind of want to say the same thing as Troy and Brent did, thanking God. And there was one thing I noticed tonight, the crowd even sang, I heard a murmur of the national anthem. And I think that being loyal to God is also being loyal to our country. Thanks. And sing it louder.
They're really great. It's hard to explain how I feel right now. This is the greatest feeling. And just thank you all.
I just want to say that I think that we have great attitudes as fans and as a team, and I want to thank the starters for getting us in there for all these games.
It's really paid off this year, getting our butts kicked around by starters every day in practice, but it's all paid off now. I'd like to thank God for everything He's done this year, especially guiding that shot in at the end of the game. Nothing better than this. They deserve this more than anybody going to the state tournament. Thanks for the crowd support.
I'd just like to thank my parents for letting me go out for the sport. And I'd like to thank coaches for being good coaches this year, and for the starters for pushing us reserves too, because when we get there, if we didn't get pushed by the starters, then we wouldn't have scored 100 points tonight like we did. And I'd like to thank all the fans for coming out and supporting us every night. I'd like to thank the few special fans out there that always yell for me all the time. And I'd like to thank God for giving us such a fine season this year.
First of all, I'd like to thank God because He's the most important things in our lives. And, of course, the wonderful crowd we have. Nice to hear you guys cheer out every game. And I'd like to thank all the guys on the team to get us here, because hopefully we can keep it up next year and keep going from here.
First of all, I'd like to thank God and Mom and Pa. And thank my brother Terry and Kyle for giving me a rough time when I don't play good. Make me want to come out and play harder. And fans are great, and coaches are great, and we have so much fun that we just want to keep winning.
First, I'd like to thank God, and I'd like to thank my parents and the crowd and people that worked with us, and Mark and all the rest of the guys that were example to me, and just thank everybody for what they've done.
I want to thank the reserves for working hard every day in practice and pushing us, and it really helps. And thank my parents for everything they've done this year, and thank the coaching staff for pushing us in practice, and thank the fans as well.
There's one person that I don't think I'm happier for than anyone is Coach Nickel. He's tried so many times to get to this point. Never made it. Tonight he did. Nickel, I also want to thank your wife for all that she had to put up with. Trying to get there. And when I see her come out on the floor tonight, and you folks met after you won, I tell you, it was a sight to behold. Would you like to say a few words?
There's so many things to say that it's hard to put it all in proper perspective. I have a lot of people to thank for another tremendous year. I told the reporters after the game and on the radio that I don't know where you could coach anywhere in high school ball and enjoy as great a fan support as we have at our school, to enjoy as great a personnel as we have on our team, to go through practice each and every day throughout a whole season and never have kids push each other, shove each other, kick each other, or get mad at each other. It's unreal. I don't know of any school system that you could probably work in where you could enjoy it as much as we can here. And again tonight to go to Indianola, and when we arrive at about 10 minutes till 6, to have all our fans sitting out there and stand. I didn't sleep much Thursday night after the Pella game. I woke up about 2 o'clock in the morning, and that was it. I kept thinking of the game, and then I watched the tape of the game, and I couldn't believe that every time we had a little lull in the action, that the fans just absolutely stood up and started clamoring for action and just picked us up. And it wasn't just the student body and the cheerleaders, but it was all the adult fans. And it just like, somebody started and everybody else would just take up. And I don't ever remember before this year of ever having that kind of support. I remember great crowd support, but that part never struck me before for some reason. And I think that's so important. I said to my wife, I said, I think the fans really want it as bad or maybe more than we do as a team. And I really appreciate that. After we got back to the shower room tonight, we got into our circle prayer, and we had a extra long one tonight, and I would ask you to do the same when you go home, to really thank the Lord for the way He has blessed our school this year. I don't know of how many more blessings He's got in store for us, but it's just been unbelievable, and we just praise Him for it. That's all. And this one's for all of you guys too, because you worked so hard through the years, and several of us never got there. And
took 16 years to get the job done. You know, some people say, well, you should have hung it up a long time ago. It's ever as sweet now as if it would have happened in the first year. I'm convinced of that. It's a great feeling. I'd like to thank the fellows sitting over here, the assistant coaches that I have. I realize that these fellows over here are blessed with a lot of talent and ability, but these guys over here push them to the nth degree. They teach them new things each and every day in practice, and these kids are great listeners and learners. You know, I told the student body here last week, Monday, at our pep rally, that I just had this feeling that if we could just get the job done and get to vets where we belong, that it's not just now, it's not just this year. I really think with the program that we have at the sophomore level and at the freshman level right now and what's coming out of the junior high systems, that this is just the start of a long trail of good things to happen to us. I'd also like to thank the cheerleaders and the managers for their role and what all has taken place. I know that those are the people that don't get a lot of glory and a lot of thought sometimes, but we really appreciate the job that they put into the program. I have to thank the girls softball team from last summer, because I think I learned a few things in coaching them last summer and I think maybe that started a year before, but you got to believe that you're as good as you are. You really have to believe that. If you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to get the job done. And I think that was a key last year to softball success, and they've done that now in basketball, and I think it was more incentive for us to do that. This is a great basketball team right here, and it's just a matter of believing that you can go out and win and play the kind of defense that'll stop the other team. We were going through some of the statistics on the way home from the game tonight on the bus, and the stats on this game are unbelievable. To have a team come out and play the way this team played tonight against the 8th-rated team in the state of Iowa, that has a 19-2 record that comes out of the Hawkeye A conference. I don't know how you can explain that. It was just tremendous, and we've been that way all year. You know, if something hasn't gone quite right on the offensive end, somebody else has picked up the slack. We've got a great bench. We've got all the ingredients. We've got all the ingredients to win 3 more games, I'll guarantee you that. I want to thank Dick Bruxvoort, because I watched the tape. I watched the tape, the pregame ceremonies tonight, because we're in a locker room. We don't know what's going to happen. This is absolutely hilarious. I mean, if he can get you guys that fired up just by doing that's super. Because, I mean, there's nothing that you would admire as you look at the man. So it must be in that hat. It has to be in the hat, I'm sure. But I really appreciate that. You know, it seems like a team, you always need something. There's got to be something new or different. And I'll tell you what, I shouldn't say that. Is Shirley here? Is Shirley Folkert's here? She wouldn't like that if I said I'd tell you what. But anyhow, a week ago tonight, we played in this gym, and the score was 102-48 up there. And then we went and played a couple teams that knew a little bit about us. And so, you know, we had to have the 18-point win and the 26-point win. But now, tonight, we went out and played somebody who didn't know too much about us again. And look at that score. Can you believe that? 153. That's why I say, if get on to the state tournament, let's play some people that don't know what we're all about yet. We'll see that. I understand that Coach Vermeer has called in, and we do play the 8:15 game on Tuesday night. We're the number 3 seeded team, which means we will play Cedar Rapids Regis. Right, the Regis Royals. Okay, I have one other thing. I got to thank my dear wife for putting up with me for as many years as she has. But more importantly, it is her birthday tomorrow. About all I have to say. We'll save the rest for later. Thank you, Coach. I'm going to keep this short. There's 2 more people. Jerry Vermeer asked me if he could talk tonight, and I said, well, I don't know. We're going to keep it short. But I said, well, if you really have to, I'll let you say a few words. Jerry Vermeer.
I want to take this opportunity for a reason you'll find out in just a little bit. Congratulations, fans, student body, cheerleaders, managers, assistant coaches, ball players, Judy, and happy birthday, and Coach Nickel. I want to share this with you. I hope he isn't upset with me for sharing this with you. Coach Nickel and I have been good friends for many years. I know many of you are happy for him tonight. We're happy for the team, but I know that many of you are happy for Coach Nickel. I'd like to share this with you because tonight I could share it and he doesn't have to worry about it anymore. 6 years ago, he was feeling very low. As we remember, his boys had an excellent team that year too. The day before the girls played the state tournament, I met Coach Nickel out there in the hallway. He wished me luck, but he really felt low because his fellas had gotten beat the night before. I said to Coach Nickel, Coach, don't give it up. Someday you'll experience that wonderful feeling of going to state tournament. Coach waited 16 years for that. Tonight, Coach Nickel knows what it's like. Congratulations, Nick.
One more person that would like to say a few words tonight. Mr. Bruxvoort, would you like to say a few words in closing?
I just wish I had invested in toilet paper. And my hope is we don't have any dysentery break out in Pella too soon. I would like to, I'll make this real short, congratulate you guys. We are really proud of what you've done for Pella Christian High School, for Christian education, and for your Lord. Tonight, around the supper table, I prayed something that I haven't prayed before. I shared this with Mr. Nickel a little earlier tonight. I prayed that we would win. I usually pray for safety, for good play, for a good time, healthy competition. But I pray that you would win tonight because I think you deserved it. I think Coach Nickel deserved it. And I'm glad that God answered my prayer tonight. Coach Nickel reminds me a little bit of Eli Whitney. For those historical buffs in the crowd, Eli Whitney was the man. Yes, Cotton Gin. Thank you. One other thing. Toilet paper, no. One other thing he thought of was the concept of interchangeable parts. And that's what Mr. Nickel has done with this team. We've got interchangeable parts because you put in those subs and they do just as well as the first 5 guys. This is a unique time in the history of our school. We have 2 teams going to Vets Auditorium, the big barn. We have not only a great privilege to do that, but I want to also say a great responsibility. We need to understand that we will be in the public eye, perhaps like we've never been before in these next 2 weeks. You also need to understand that when we identify ourselves as Christ followers, we're going to be judged on a higher standard. People are going to be watching us. They're going to be thinking in the back of their minds, are there values and is there faith? Does it make them act any different? Are they really any different than anybody else? If we simply mimic the attitudes and the behavior of what we see on television and elsewhere, we're going to let our Lord down. But I believe that these fans, these coaches, and these players are not going to let that happen. All that we are and all that we have, we are because of what God has done for us. Each one of these boys has great talent. But it was the Lord who made them healthy tonight. It was the Lord who gave them the strong legs, the accurate shots, and everything else. So all that we are, we must reflect back to Him and give Him the honor and the glory. And it's my prayer that in these next 2 weeks, people will watch us play, watch us cheer, watch us coach, and recognize that there is a difference. Praise be to God. Thank you.
I would just like to say in closing, it was brought out into when the girls were here, that we are number 2. And I think that's a good thing to go to the barn with number 2. God's number 1. We're number 2. We'll hold up 2 fingers. We'll be number 2 and carry that on all the way through the tournament. How about it? With that, you're dismissed. Go home. We'll see you all at the state tournament.
Washington's going to be number 1, right? Is that all 318 games? So we paired up with
Hey, Joel. Isn't it great?
Did you get Nathan with his hat yet?
No.
With that hat with all the autographs?
No, I didn't get that. Where is it? Where is it?
Way down there. Oh, watch it! FTV, asleep,
Have fun, Lee.
Oh, there he is, down there.
Get him over Way to go, Russ.
A lot of frustration, just been wiped away.
That's right.
I live with those guys. They told me. I love them. I live with that crowd for 4 years.
We got to pull that truck or whatever out here. Way this way.
Yeah.
Find a place
We'll see you guys later. Okay.
Congratulations.
I know. Right there he is.
Now,
right there he is.
Now, both of you have a reason to get in bed on time. You too, young lady.
Me? I can't talk.
Right there.
This guy right here.
Yeah. Right there. The only
Oh man, he's got all the names. That's good. That's great.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I even have a picture on film.
Really?
It's a single film too.
Hey, Henry. Henry. They did? Yeah. Hey, Henry. How about that big guy?
Big here.
Hey, thanks for following him all year.
You know what he did?
What did he do?
After the game,
No.
he come running up to me and put his arms around me and hugged me.
Is that right?
And he was wet of sweat.
Oh, well.
It was all right.
You didn't mind, did you? No.
Well, it was
Hey,
a good game.
we'll see you next week. Hey, I missed what went on out on the floor there after the game, so maybe I should have a reenactment of that.
I don't think he has the strength for that.
We'll check it out.
Shut that thing off, Maury. Yeah, bye-bye.
We'll check it out. Hey, thanks, Jerry, for telling me that.
Yeah, I was gonna mention to the people and I forgot.
Coach, I missed that out on the floor after the game. I need
her around up in the air.
I need a reenactment of that.
No, I can't do it. My back.
You gotta have the strength.
Back will go out. Then I'll have to
I had to sit down in that locker room before we took off for home because my back was starting to act up on me.
Really?
You don't believe it.
Hey, nice job.
Thanks. Well, what a